100.7 KMLO is proud to present coverage of area high school sports. This game can also be heard anywhere around the world on drgnews.com and on YouTube. Just search KMLO Sports. It's time for the pregame on 100.7 KMLO.
All right, and once again, a good Thursday evening to you. Cole Havens here, bringing you the call, and I'm joined by Garrett Young on color here tonight as we get set for what is bound to be a fantastic ball game here tonight. The Ipswich Lady Tigers just advanced with a 51-40 win, so we got a good one coming up. Let's go ahead and run down our sponsors before I get too far ahead of myself here. The broadcast booth sponsor brought to you by Jensen Rock and Sand. South Dakota Office of Highway Safety reminds you avoid a kiss with death. Always plan a designated driver. Keys to Success brought to you by CHS Northern Plains. Starting lineup brought to you by Campbell County Collision. Introduction to game officials brought to you by the Division of Consumer Protection. Law on the Court is brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office. Tip-off brought to you by MDU. Player of the game brought to you by Venture Communications. Sports Scoreboard brought to you by Real Tough. South Dakota Office of Highway Safety reminds you snow means slow, drive for the conditions. And the rest of our wonderful sponsors, Tennant Electric, King Insurance, Bowers Super Value, Common Sense Manufacturing, Roush Construction, Faulkton Grain and Feed, Holdren Welding and Repair, Amberways Floral, Burmax, Jensen Rock and Sand, and Lazy Way Cafe and Freezer Meals. We are in store for a good one. Garrett, thanks for joining me on the call. Just what an amazing atmosphere we have already after just one game played here.
Well, thanks for having me on. Pleasure as always, you know. Yeah, you said it right. This atmosphere is crazy, and I'm going to expect most of these fans to stick around, and it's just going to be a loud, fun game we've got on hand.
Yeah, folks, let me tell you, we are in the Huron. It's the JVC gymnasium. What a setup here. I mean, it's similar to a lot of games I've called here. That kind of similar to that Selby venue, the Potter County, Hoven, Gettysburg kind of setup. You got the two fan bases on each side. You got right in the middle on the far side, you got the lunch and cafeteria area, kind of a standing area. Great little atmosphere, and just it's loud in here. Let me tell you, this place is going to be rocking, as once again Ipswich being honored for their win as they advance to the state tournament, winning 51-40. So we got a good game on our hands here between Faulkton area and Warner, the Warner Lady Monarchs and the Faulkton area Lady Trojans. Again, both winning their 2 games in the regional tournaments. Coming into this one, Faulkton comes into this one 15-6, most recently defeating Harriet Selby area. And Warner comes into this one, most recently defeating Wowby Summit 50-35. So you got 2 teams going at it, kind of hitting their stride at the right time. Both teams have played each other. You got familiarity in the Sodak 16. Don't think you could ask for anything more right now.
No, you can't ask for a better matchup either. You know, you look at the last time they met, it was a 12-point game. I'm expecting it to be a lot closer than that, just because the atmosphere we've got, playoff time, both teams are playing their best ball right now.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a heck of a setup. Just waiting for the clock to come on for the warm-ups for Faulkton and Warner as Ipswich being congratulated here by their fan base. 2 great fan bases here between Ipswich and who was it that they...
Bridgewater Emory.
Bridgewater Emory, that's right. Bridgewater Emory and Ipswich. Great atmosphere, great electricity. This place is going to be loud as fans start to kind of cycle in, cycle out. Got to get the two teams who are currently playing here. So once again, I want to do another thank you to all of our sponsors. Thanks for everything. If it weren't for you guys, we wouldn't be able to bring you the call here, as both teams here are starting to just kind of cipher in and out, as we're going to have this game here underway here shortly. Why don't we take a quick break? We are able to catch up with both head coaches before this ball game. Talk to Coach Chase Casper of the Faulkton Lady Trojans and Coach Stuart Boley of the Warner Lady Monarchs. So we're going to take a quick break, come back, get you those interviews. We'll hear from Coach Casper first, then we'll hear from Coach Boley. Come back, give you some pregame analysis, and, tip-off is just about 20 minutes away. You are listening to KMLO. We'll hear from Coach Casper after this 2-minute timeout.
Dad, at college we learned that every good business has a mission statement. Does Jensen Rock and Sand have one?
Of course we do. Our mission statement is to provide quality products and services, exceed our customers' expectations, and create a good working environment for our employees.
Wow, that's exactly what we do. I guess having a mission statement isn't important as actually doing what you say.
Grace, you're so smart.
I I get it from you, Dad.
For your commercial, agriculture, and residential construction projects, call Jensen Rock and Sand of Mobridge, Aberdeen, Eagle Butte, Gettysburg, Faulkton, or Fort Yates.
For all your commercial, agricultural, and residential electric broadcast.
King Insurance Agency is your full-service insurance agency with offices in Faulkton, Brookings, and Madison. King Insurance Agency can provide insurance coverage and services for life, health, crop, farm, home, auto, business, long-term care, and more. The staff at King Insurance Agency have the knowledge and experience to serve you. As an independent insurance agency, they can find the insurance company that best fits your needs. Call 605-598-4374 or stop by King Insurance Agency in Faulkton, Brookings, or Madison.
For all of your grocery needs and so much more, get to Bauer Super Value in Faulkton, a big Faulkton Trojan sports booster. At Bauer Super Value, you'll find a full line of groceries, fresh baked goods, as well as terrific fresh meat and produce departments. Be sure to try their special cheeses and meats, including their seasoned pork and roast beef. Bauer Super Value is open from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 to 1 on Sundays. For your shopping convenience, Bauer Super Value, downtown Faulkton.
And we are back. I am joined now by the head coach of the Faulkton area Lady Trojans, Chase Casper. Coach, first of all, thanks for being with me. It just seems like it was yesterday. You and I were talking. You guys had a good game against Harriet Selby area a week ago, advancing to the Sodak 16. So just how's the team feeling? What's been the week of preparation like for you guys?
Thanks for having me. Team's feeling pretty good. We had a good week of practice, building off that win we had last week on Thursday. It was a big win for us. Just got us one step closer to our ultimate goal of making the state tournament. The girls put in a lot of work this week prepping for Warner. It's a team that we've seen already. So we just kind of reviewed some stuff, watched some film, and it's not we didn't have to learn a new opponent. Just kind of reviewed some stuff and got a little more in depth in our film and our prep, and we had a good week of practice. I think we're ready.
Yeah, that brings me to my next point. Again, it was, I think, about 2-3 weeks ago now, so it's still a pretty long time ago that you guys have played. You guys have gone through the tournament, so you're, in a sense, kind of facing a different team, probably a little better than they were a couple weeks ago. You guys are a little better than you were a couple weeks ago. So just what do you do to prepare for a team that you've already seen, but now just on a bigger stage?
I think we just watched the film of our game before. We get a couple other films on them from different teams, and we kind of learn from our mistakes that we had the first time. We can kind of point out some stuff of what worked well, what didn't well, and we can kind of use that to our advantage as we prep for them again. And like you said, we played them about 2.5, 3 weeks ago, and they're a different team since then, and so are we. But the way that game went, we feel pretty fortunate getting to play them again. I like the matchup. The game didn't go our way the first time, but we definitely didn't play our best basketball that game, so we're looking forward to another opportunity to play them.
Yeah, I gotta feel like I've only seen a couple of your games, but I feel like in every game I've seen, it seems like depth is a huge key for you guys. You guys go 7, 8, sometimes 9, 10 deep. What's it like to be able to have a roster that you know you can send that 6th, 7th man off the bench and you're not gonna miss a beat? How does that help you guys in a game like this?
It helps us a lot. It's pretty reassuring knowing that if a starter gets in foul trouble or something's not going right for them, that we can rely on somebody on our bench and have them step in and not miss a beat. Foul trouble has caught up to us a couple times, and we throw somebody in off the bench and they pick up right where the starter left off. So there's not really a huge gap in between starters and girls that come in off the bench. So that's a big advantage for us, and we can kind of use our depth and put some pressure on and use those fouls. You know, we can use a foul underneath the basket and not give up an easy basket. And we just know that we have someone coming in off the bench that can pick up the slack.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong here, but it seems like both these teams very low in the turnover realm. These two teams very disciplined. They don't turn the ball over a lot. They're kind of set in their ways. It could be a game where it could be whichever team can kind of cause a little more havoc, if you will. What team can turn the other team over more, maybe get out and run a little bit more? Would you kind of agree with that, or how exactly do you want to see, or how do you see this game maybe unfolding?
Yeah, you're right. Both teams are pretty experienced. They start 5 seniors, and they've been around the block a few times, and they've been in state tournaments. They've been in state championship games, so they kind of know what's going on as far as how to play the game and play with each other. We're experienced too. We've played a lot of minutes, and we've played a lot of basketball together. We like to keep our turnovers right around 10, and I think they do a pretty good job of taking care of the ball too. We're definitely the deeper team. They play about 6, and they try to keep that around 5. Their 5 starters play the majority of their minutes. So if we can get out in transition and run, get some easy buckets there, or maybe force a few fouls and kind of get them running up and down a little bit. I think we can use that to our advantage.
All right, last question, Coach. I think I asked you this last time. How would an X factor, maybe a certain girl that has to step up, maybe a group that has to step up, something that has to go right for you guys to advance to the state tournament?
I think an X factor for us is going to be our outside shooting. First time that we played them, our outside shooting was less than ideal. We struggled to shoot the ball from the outside, and that really put a lot of pressure on us to score points inside. And they've got an outstanding post player inside, Lori Rogers, and she can be disruptive on defense. She blocks a lot of shots and takes up a lot of space. So I think our outside shooting is going to be key for us to kind of loosen up that defense and score some points from the outside.
All right, Coach, that's all I got for you. Thanks for joining me, and good luck tonight.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right, that was Coach Chase Casper of the Faulkton area Lady Trojans, and we'll be back on KMLO after this 3-minute timeout.
For quality agricultural equipment and solar water pumping systems, Common Sense Manufacturing and Solar of Faulkton is the place to call. They carry bale feeders, calf shelters, wire winders, feed bunks, continuous fencing, portable windbreaks, and freestanding panels. They also handle solar water pumping systems and residential and commercial solar systems and electric in-floor heat. Call them today at 598-4157. Common Sense Manufacturing and Solar of Faulkton. Quality that just makes sense.
Faulkton Lady Trojans, what a great season, and it's not over yet. Good luck from Roush Construction. Bob wishes you the best in success this tournament and your future ahead. Thank you to the community for your loyal patronage and support over the years. For a contractor who works as hard as you do, provides friendly service, and produces great results, call Roush Construction. Now's a great time to remodel your kitchen or bathroom. 380-9720 for free estimates and consultation, and always a fair price.
Faulkton Grain and Feed offers all your livestock feed needs in one place and is your local source for Purina farm feed, pet food, and animal health products. Congratulations, Lady Trojans, and good luck from everyone at Faulkton Grain and Feed. Whether you're feeding cattle, horse, dairy, poultry, pigs, or pets, get custom nutrition for your animal-specific needs. Call Faulkton Grain and Feed for all your grain buying, rolling, mixing, processing, and delivery options today. Portable welding service with quality results as a top priority. That's what you'll get from Holdren Welding and Repair. Call Jack for all your custom welding needs. He's now building calf shelters, freestanding panels, windbreaks for your livestock, welding tables, tool benches, four-wheeler drive-through gates, gate latches, and more. More of what you need, welded, sturdy, and strong. Call 380-2271. Good luck, Trojans, from Holdren Welding and Repair.
Roses are red, violets are blue. When you can't put up 3, go for 2. Good luck, Trojans, from Amber Waves Floral, located inside Bauer Super Value in Faulkton. Shop floral inspirations online at amberwavesfloral.com and place your order with ease. If you're in the mood for warmer weather, think spring. Check out a variety of healthy plants, shop gorgeous fresh blooms, and their variety of arrangements just waiting for your special occasion. Amber Waves Floral, flowers for all life's celebrations.
Cheer louder.
Huh?
Cheer louder. What do you mean you don't have it in you? Didn't you stop at Burmax?
Huh?
In Faulkton, their convenience store that has everything to fuel your go. Get snacks for the edge of your seat moments, beverages to keep your cheering voice loud and proud, and of course, convenient gas and diesel fuel pumps to get you here to the game.
I should have rode with you. You are definitely ready.
You bet I am. Go Trojans. Good luck tonight from the staff at Burmax Convenience Store in Faulkton.
Back from the break, I am joined now by head coach of the Warner Lady Monarchs, Stuart Boley. Coach, first of all, thanks for being with me. And second of all, let's just start with the first question. You've had a week of practice. You guys are here in the Sodak 16. Just how's the team feeling? What was the week of preparation like for you?
Well, you know, it's a long week because you know you're excited and you want to play the game. And as the week went on, we you know, just worked on things and you know, we're just ready to go, and it's a great atmosphere here and a great first game, and so we're just ready to take the floor and see how it goes.
Yeah, looking over some of the stats that both the coaches have sent me today, I've been trying to get my research done. It seems like both these teams very disciplined, don't really turn the ball over much, kind of set in stone in their ways. So what are you guys looking to come out here and accomplish within the game? Obviously, you want to win the game. What are you looking to do, kind of maybe set the tone, if you will?
Well, like you said, I mean, you know, this game isn't going to be about the great plays somebody makes. It's going to be about the less mistakes that either team makes. And so, we're obviously we ride the back of Lori Rogers, and she's a big presence in there, and our hope is to get her going early, and then that makes the life of our perimeter players a little easier. But that's an uphill battle, and we know that. Everybody in the state knows when Lori Rogers walks in the gym, they want to take her away. So, we're going to have to hit some shots on the perimeter. We're going to have to do some things defensively to take away some things that Faulkton did against us the first time. And so, again, we're going to ride Lori Rogers and work inside out like we've done for the last 4 years.
Yeah, that brings me to my next point. You guys have already seen each other, so you kind of have that experience of knowing kind of what they're going to game plan kind of for. But at the same time, that was a couple weeks ago now. It seems like even at this point, you're probably two different teams than you were a couple weeks ago. So what was the practice leading up like? What were you guys trying to focus on here against this Faulkton team for the second time this season?
Well, any coach knows that, just because you played the first time, this is a whole different season now. And you kind of think they're probably going to throw a few other wrinkles at you that they didn't the first time, and likewise with us. And so you don't know what to expect. They're just 16, 17, 18-year-old kids, and they've got 1,000 people staring them down. And so again, like I said, this is going to be a game of whoever makes the least mistakes is probably going to come out on top. And our hope is we've got 5 seniors, and they've got a lot of big game experience, basketball wise and volleyball wise. And you just hope that they come out with less nerves and stay calm early and weather the storm. And again, it's just going to be a lot about, are we going to be able to adjust to what they're doing this time, and are they going to adjust to what we're doing this time?
Yep, offensive and defensively, as you just mentioned, as you know, throughout the season, your sets kind of change. You kind of have your key sets, if you will, but maybe you'll throw in a different zone here, a different man offense here, a different defense here and there. But at this point in the season, is it pretty much you have everything you're doing, maybe a little tweak here and there? Anything new for this game, or is it just kind of set in stone at this point?
Well, I can't give out all my secrets just yet, but we got a few wrinkles that we hope that we're going to throw out there that we hope might throw them off a little bit. But you get to this point in the season, you kind of think you got to go with what got you there and what you're good at and what you've worked on all year long. But at the same time, you got to throw a couple different things at them just to maybe throw something at them that they haven't prepared for.
And then last question I got for you here: how about an X factor tonight? Maybe a certain player that has to step up, maybe a group of girls that has to step up, something that has to go right for you guys to come away victorious to advance to the state tournament.
Well, obviously, Lori Rogers and Ashley Fishback have had great years, but the three around them, Laura Ochsner and Keely Fishback and Sid Leitholt, have just come up huge the last month of the season, and they just play so hard, and they're going to have to hit some shots tonight because I've got a sneaking suspicion that Lori and Ashley might be taken from us tonight. So those three hit some shots and play good defense and do some things that they do well. My hope would be that we come out on top.
All right, Coach, that's all I got for you. Thank you for joining me tonight, and good luck.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
All right, that was Coach Stuart Boley again of the Warner Lady Monarchs, and we'll be back on KMLO after this 3-minute timeout.
As the snow flies, it's nice to know that you don't have to break your back to get rid of all of the unwanted piles in your driveway when you have Jensen and Sand to do the work. We will be happy to come to your home to remove your snow and get you back on the road. For more information on rates or to get you on our schedule for cleanup, give us a call at 845-7213 and leave the snow removal to us, Jensen Rock and Sand of Mobridge, here for all of your snow removal needs. 845-7213.
You know what's great about being a Trojan fan? The team does all the work, and we get to sit back and enjoy their glory. Hi, this is Michelle here at the Lazy Way Cafe in Faulkton, and if you have an appetite like the team, I invite you to my cafe Monday through Friday for our homemade lunch specials, soup, and salad bar. Plus, we offer take-home freezer meals. Just like our Trojans, we do the work so you don't have to. Our meals are portioned just for you or to feed your entire crew. Good luck, Trojans, from all of us at the Lazy Way Cafe in Faulkton.
Any farmer or rancher who runs a successful operation understands the value of the local co-op. It's where you go for fuel and fertilizer, to sell or store your grain, pick up info on the latest farming practices, or discuss market trends with a trusted advisor. And when it's time for a son or daughter to take over, the local co-op will still be there, helping them to stay successful too. Your local cooperative. Local, loyal, trusted by generations. CHS Northern Plains. Farmer-owned with global connections.
Have you been out poaching with a very large, expensive weapon? Have the deer, pheasants, coons, and coyotes taken revenge on your vehicle?
What's that?
Campbell County Collision Center in Harriet can help you through this stressful process of auto body repair and bring your vehicle back to pre-accident condition. They provide you and your insurance company with clear, concise electronic estimates, simplifying the operation from the start. Call Campbell County Collision Center. They're here to make it as painless as possible.
For all your commercial, agricultural, and residential electrical needs, go with the pros at Tennant Electric in Faulkton. Owned and operated by Brandon Tennant, they serve Falk County and the surrounding area, specializing in commercial, agricultural, and residential wiring. No job is too big or too small. Tennant Electric provides excellent workmanship, superior service, and quality products. Call Brandon today at 598-4298 or 769-2369. That's Tennant Electric of Faulkton, proud to support this sports broadcast.
King Insurance Agency is your full-service insurance agency with offices in Faulkton, Brookings, and Madison. King Insurance Agency can provide insurance coverage and services for life, health, crop, farm, home, auto, business, long-term care, and more. The staff at King Insurance Agency have the knowledge and experience to serve you. As an independent insurance agency, they can find the insurance company that best fits your needs. Call 605-598-4374 or stop by King Insurance Agency in Faulkton, Brookings, or Madison.
All right, we are back from the break here as we get set for Faulkton and the Warner Lady Monarchs. It should be a good game. We just heard from both coaches, Garrett. So just kind of taking those coaches, what they said, kind of put it into context exactly what both these coaches are looking for here tonight.
Well, you know, they both know the matchup really well already. They've seen each other once. You know, these teams play each other every year. So whether schemes get a little different or not, that remains to be seen, but they know what each team is basically about. So they know about what, you know, they're going to bring to the table, who they're going to lock down. You know, it's just down to who plays the better ball tonight.
Yep, no, both these teams, again, coming in with pretty good records. Warner only 2 losses on the season. They are 20-2. Meanwhile, Faulkton area Lady Trojans 15-6 on the season. And both are pretty actually similar in how they play in terms of points per game, what they give up. Faulkton scores 58 a game, gives up about 37. Meanwhile, Warner scores about 55 a game, gives up about 35. They both right around that average right around that 30 rebound mark. Faulkton area with the I guess a little less on assists, 14-17 for Warner. Blocks, 4 for Warner. And steals, Faulkton 13. Warner, they don't turn it over. They don't steal it a lot either. Warner just about 6-7 steals a game. And Faulkton area about 13 steals a game. I think that right there, I think rebounding and turnovers are going to be kind of your matchup to watch here tonight. You've got a Warner team who is kind of done by one girl, and that is Lori Rogers. She averages just under 10 a game. For Faulkton, it's kind of a rebound by committee, and both these teams coming into a game where they don't turn the ball over much. They're very experienced in this kind of atmosphere, in this kind of game.
Yeah, they really are. You know, Warner, they're starting 5 seniors. A lot of girls with experience, as Coach said in the interview. You know, it's going to be tough to beat the experience, but I think this Faulkton Lady Trojan team is going to give them a good run for their money. If not, you know,
oh yeah,
they could come out.
It's the final 16. It's the final 16 of the season, and you know, these are the best 16 teams in Class B in the state here. So you're definitely expecting a good matchup. And again, it's 2 teams that have faced each other. Last time they faced, it was a 56-44 win for Warner. Taking a look at some of their common opponents, as Faulkton is 9-2 versus common opponents. Meanwhile, Warner 11-0. So each team that Faulkton has played, Warner, or a few teams different that Faulkton has played and Warner have played against those common opponents. Well, Warner again remains undefeated in that matchup. There are only 2 losses to 2 other SODAC 16 teams in Ethan and Coriska.
Corsica Stickney.
Yeah,
yep.
Corsica Stickney, thank you. So those are the only 2 losses to Warner. Meanwhile, for Faulkton, a couple of big wins. They've had a couple of losses, but they beat both. They were the 3 seed in the region tournament, and they are now the 12 seed here as both teams coming in kind of playing that better basketball. They both teams on a pretty good win streak here. Both teams getting set. There's still some time on the clock, so why don't we take another quick break here, hear from some more of our sponsors as we roll through the pregame show here again. Faulkton area and Warner just a few minutes away as we get some basketball net issues taken care of. We're going to take a quick break. You're listening to KMLO. We'll be back after this 2-minute timeout.
So much more. Get to Bauer's Super Value in Faulkton, a big Faulkton Trojan sports booster. At Bauer's Super Value, you'll find a full line of groceries, fresh baked goods, as well as terrific fresh meat and produce departments. Be sure to try their special cheeses and meats, including their seasoned pork and roast beef. Our Super Value is open from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 to 1 on Sundays. For your shopping convenience, our Super Value, downtown Faulkton.
For quality agricultural equipment and solar water pumping systems, Common Sense Manufacturing and Solar of Faulkton is the place to call. They carry bale feeders, calf shelters, wire winders, feed bunks, continuous fencing, portable windbreaks, and freestanding panels. They also handle solar water pumping systems and residential and commercial solar systems and electric in-floor heat. Call them today at 598-4157. Common Sense Manufacturing and Solar of Faulkton. Quality that just makes sense.
Faulkton Lady Trojans, what a great season. And it's not over yet. Good luck from Roush Construction. Bob wishes you the best in success this tournament and your future ahead. Thank you to the community for your loyal patronage and support over the years. For a contractor who works as hard as you do, provides friendly service, and produces great results, call Roush Construction. Now's a great time to remodel your kitchen or bathroom. 380-9720 for free estimates and consultation, and always a fair price.
All right, we are once again getting set up here between the Faulkton area Lady Trojans and the Warner Lady Monarchs. Both teams out on the court. Got a bit of a net issue on one of the hoops, so that getting taken care of. So right now, both teams just kind of warming up and, taking a look at this matchup a little more in depth here. Faulkton, they're not necessarily the tallest team in the world. They do have a girl that's 6 foot, 5'11", 5'10". Otherwise, they're kind of in that 5'7", 5'6", 5'9" range. Similar for Warner, they have a girl, Lori Rogers, at 6'1". Otherwise, they're kind of in that 5'7" to 5'10" range. So matchup-wise, these teams kind of match up a little while. The one thing that's kind of different, though, in how they play is Faulkton very deep. They will go 6-7 deep, and they won't miss a beat. Though their 2 off the bench can easily start for most teams, but then they have a 8th, a 9th, a 10th girl that they can bring out. I've seen a wave where they brought in, and middle of second quarter, 5 substitutions for 5 other girls. Warner, meantime, they kind of stick to their starting 5 for the most part. It's not often you see one of their starting 5 get subbed out, maybe for a quick little rest here and there, but for the most part, it's the starting 5 that plays the entire game. In a game like this, where it could come down to maybe a turnover to get out and run, for Faulkton, you got to think they have the advantage in the fact that if they get Lori Rogers with those 2 early fouls, how is Warner going to respond in this type of atmosphere here?
That's something I'm sure Coach Boley for Warner has in his game plan. The what ifs. He's probably got different packages set up, but if I were Faulkton, I would just start right in their faces right away. Faulkton, like you said, you got the 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 that can come off the bench. If I were Faulkton, I'd pressure them right away and get in their face. You can run. You've got the depth. Warner, like you said, they only go 1 off the bench. You get them gassed a little bit, it's going to be a long night for Warner.
Yeah, it very well could be, but to counteract that, like you said, Coach Boley has probably thought about that in this kind of atmosphere. It's expect the unexpected. So what don't we normally not practice for that we probably have to this time? He's probably gone through it. All these coaches have at this point. On the flip side, Warner, because of that, because they have those 5 starters, a very disciplined group, very not mistake prone, but very, very prone to not making mistakes, if you will. They don't do a lot of mistakes. They don't turn it over over much. So also having that kind of discipline, that's an advantage you got to think for this Warner squad as they come into this knowing, okay, these 5, we've been through it all. 5 seniors here. This is a group that they've been together for years and years and years, know how each other plays, know where their spots are, where their favorite shot spots are. That can kind of play because you can take advantage of maybe a bit of an over-aggressive part from Faulkton, and you can use that to your advantage.
Yeah, exactly. You know, Warner, like you said, very disciplined group of starters there with the 5 seniors. They've kind of been through it all. They've been to 4 state championships. You know, they've played in all the games. We got a little bit of confusion going on out here.
I think it's because they're working on the net, so what they're trying to do now is give equal teams some time to shoot on the one hoop that they have at the moment until they get the net fixed on this hoop on the far side here. That's actually nice awareness by the officials. Give each team a little bit of shooting time. You don't want to get cold here already.
Exactly. A big game like this, you want to give the teams an equal opportunity to get ready. Coach Boley got a little fired up at the refs already, and we haven't even started. I love it.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, how do the coaches approach their team? Each coach coaches differently. Each coach knows their group better than anyone else. So Coach Casper for Faulkton area knows kind of what makes these girls tick, if you will. Knows where to push them, where to maybe tell them to pull it back a little bit. Coach Boley the same way, maybe a little more energized. He's kind of been here. It's been there, done that type. But at the same time, that doesn't mean it's any less important. You got 2 kind of different coaching styles going head-to-head here, so it could be interesting exactly how the game kind of plays out with that, too.
Yeah, it really is, but, you know, it all comes down to the same thing, the same fundamentals. It's basketball. It comes down to the same game. You're going to make a run, but they're going to make a run as well. It's all about that punch, counter punch. How you're going to react is really how you're going to stay in this game. If you react poorly to their run, you know, give it a couple minutes. If you play them poorly, you're going to be out of this game.
And one thing for Faulkton, I did the Harriet-Selby area game last week where Faulkton came into Selby, and not that Selby played bad, but Faulkton had an answer for everything Harriet-Selby area wanted to do. Rachel Fiedler came off a 24-point ball game where she made 6 3-pointers. Well, she maybe touched the ball 4 times in the game against Faulkton. Riley Rosso, a taller girl down low, 6'3", no very good footwork down low. They dropped down into the paint. They took her out. Very good job of taking away what the offense wanted to do here. So they have that experience going against maybe not the talent, maybe not quite the talent level of what Lori Rogers is, but they've seen how that kind of low post player can operate. They've been able to see it. They kind of have a game plan, if you will. So they've seen that taller girl. They kind of have that defense. For Warner too, I don't think they've seen it. I don't think there's a defense you could throw at them that they haven't seen. But at the same time, it is basketball. You can make a 2-3 zone tweak, a 3-2 zone, different ways to play man-to-man defense. You have a box and 1 scheme. Faulkton area ran a little bit of a box and 1 scheme. You have the triangle and 2 defense. So many different ways you can throw out defenses to give just maybe not stop Warner, but slow him down, if you will.
Yeah, you know, both teams, they're very hard to stop by what the seasons look like. So defense is going to be very important this game. So
and both coaches looks like they're taking their teams back into the locker room, kind of get that one last talk as the net issues figure out. And looking at, I got some team scoring averages here, kind of what they do by quarter here. Kind of an interesting look as both teams are kind of back and forth. Warner comes out very strong in first quarters. They average about 19 points a game in the first quarter. Faulkton, on the other hand, they only average about 12 in the first quarter, but then you flip to the second quarter where Warner comes out and scores just 16, while Faulkton scores 20 in that second quarter. Third quarter about even, fourth quarter about even as well. So this very well could be a game. I know when I played, it was take control of those first 3 minutes of each quarter or the first 3 minutes of each half, and that can kind of dictate how the game's going to be played. So you want to come out early, get on top early, get that jump just to kind of get that confidence going. Second quarter, you got to do the same thing. How do you operate in those early 2 or 3 minutes? I think could be very key, especially in a game like this. What can you do in those first 2-3 minutes to kind of put the other team on their heels?
Well, you know, you definitely got to come out. You got to set your tone. Each coach has given their team a game plan, a tone that they want to run. Warner, I would take it, they'd want to slow things down a little bit. You know, they're not very deep off the bench. For Faulkton, they're going to come out and they're going to really run on them because they can sub in and out so many. So it's up to each team to set their tone and not get caught up in this moment.
Yep.
This atmosphere here, it's very easy for these 16, 17, 18-year-olds just to get caught up in it and forget what they're doing, forget the game plan.
Well, you may see it on the camera. Yes, it does look calm in here. It's that calm before the storm, if you will. We were at the end of this last game where Bridgewater, Emory, and Ipswich were going at. We walked into the gym, and you could just feel the energy. It was like the wind just sweeping across your face. This place is going to get loud. It's going to be electric. I mean, there's still people filing in right now. It's not as full as it's going to be, and the seats look a little emptier than the last game, but that's only because we have more fans that are standing up on the baseline. So while the seats look maybe a little emptier right now, trust me, it is a packed house in here. Once this game gets going, because there is a little bit of a delay trying to fix the net on one of the hoops, this place is going to get going. Speaking of which, why don't we take a break, hear from more of our great sponsors. Again, thanks to all of our sponsors for being able to help us broadcast this game. Without you, we couldn't do it. So let's go ahead and take a quick break. We'll hear from some of our great sponsors as you're listening to KMLO. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Faulkton Grain and Feed offers all your livestock feed needs in one place and is your local source for Purina farm feed, pet food, and animal health products. Congratulations, Lady Trojans, and good luck from everyone at Faulkton Grain and Feed. Whether you're feeding cattle, horse, dairy, poultry, pigs, or pets, get custom nutrition for your animal-specific needs. Call Faulkton Grain and Feed for all your grain buying, rolling, mixing, processing, and delivery options today.
Portable welding service with quality results as a top priority. That's what you'll get from Holdren Welding and Repair. Call Jack for all your custom welding needs. He's now building calf shelters, freestanding panels, windbreaks for your livestock, welding tables, tool benches, four-wheeler drive-through gates, gate latches, and more. More of what you need, welded, sturdy, and strong. Call 380-2271. Good luck, Trojans, from Holdren Welding and Repair.
Roses are red, violets are blue. When you can't put up 3, go for 2. Good luck, Trojans, from Amber Waves Floral, located inside Bauer Super Value in Faulkton. Shop floral inspirations online at amberwavesfloral.com and place your order with ease. If you're in the mood for warmer weather, think spring. Check out a variety of healthy plants, shop gorgeous fresh blooms, and a variety of arrangements just waiting for your special occasion. Amber Waves Floral, flowers for all life's celebrations.
Cheer louder.
Huh?
Cheer louder. What do you mean you don't have it in you? Didn't you stop at Burmax?
Huh?
In Faulkton, their convenience store that has everything to fuel your go. Get snacks for the edge of your seat moments, beverages to keep your cheering voice loud and proud, and of course, convenient gas and diesel fuel pumps to get you here to the game.
I should have rode with you. You are definitely ready.
You bet I am. Go Trojans! Good luck tonight from the staff at Burmax Convenience Store in Faulkton.
All right, we are back from the break, and Faulkton and Warner back on the floor here, and just a little bit of a delay here as one of the nets seemed to kind of break. Had to get that fixed up. As you know, for most of you tuning in, you are basketball fans, so you understand stuff like that does happen. Teams go in, get that kind of last-minute speed. You want to keep your legs fresh here, so both teams. You're actually seeing Faulkton coming out and just kind of warming back up, getting some shots up, where Warner kind of going back to running their pregame layups and whatnot, a little 3-on-2, kind of keep the legs fresh.
Yeah, definitely. That's what you want to do in a big-time situation like this, especially when a net issue happens or any other kind of issue happens on the court. You don't want to just stand around and get tight again. You got to get loose. You just got to feel loose.
And for the players, too, you know, all week. They've been practicing all week. They haven't played in a week, so a delay for them is like, okay, come on, we want to get going. They're antsy. They want to get on the floor. They want to play. Fans want to see them play. Us as broadcasters, we're looking forward to a great game as kind of the fans are kind of starting to come back here now that they see that the net issue's fixed. And again, broadcast booth sponsor Jensen Rock and Sand. We got a great seat here, kind of in the corner of the gym. You can see the whole gym here. Very good feel, very good setup. The JVC building here in Huron. It's a great setup for a game. So you got two good teams coming in close proximity. So it's not like it's a far drive. I think we probably had the longest drive over anyone else in this gym. But definitely not a complaint, and it's going to be a good one. I am looking forward to this matchup.
Yeah, great. Like we've said, the whole pregame, just great matchup.
All right, well, let's go ahead and we'll take one last quick break, and we'll come back and start getting a starting lineup set and getting everything ready to go. No national anthem because this is the second game here. So let's hear from our starting lineup sponsor, Campbell County Collision. Then we'll hear from our introduction of game official sponsor, the Division of Consumer Protection. Hear from both those two sponsors, then we'll get you starting lineups and name the officials here tonight. Keep it locked to KMLO.
Have you been out poaching with a very large, expensive weapon? Have the deer, pheasants, coons, and coyotes taken revenge on your vehicle?
What's that?
Campbell County Collision Center in Harriet can help you through this stressful process of auto body repair and bring your vehicle back to pre-accident condition. They provide you and your insurance company with clear, concise electronic estimates, simplifying the operation from the start. Call Campbell County Collision Center. They're here to make it as painless as possible.
Every day you share personal information about yourself with others. You may write a check, charge fuel, rent a car, mail your tax returns, schedule a doctor's appointment, or post something on social media. Each transaction may share some sort of personal information, such as bank and credit card account numbers, social security number, name, address, or phone number. There are unscrupulous individuals, identity thieves, targeting these routine transactions, trying to gain your information to commit fraud. If you think somebody has stolen your identity, contact Consumer Protection at 1-800-300-1986.
All right, with that, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the starting lineups. And first, let's actually go ahead and name our officials for tonight's game. The officials for tonight's game brought to you by the Division Consumer Protection. They are Dan Sudbeck and Joe Schroeder and Steve, if I can read my own handwriting, Steve Schufelder. So Dan Sudbeck, Joe Schroeder, and Steve Schufelder are tonight's officials. And now we're going to run into tonight's starting lineup. And we'll start first with the Faulkton area Lady Trojans, as they are technically the away team. They come out in their visiting black unis with the gold trim and gold numbers. They start number 3, Abby Vetch, a 5'5 junior guard. Number 10, Taylor Kramer, a 5'9 senior guard / forward. Number 22, Grace Schlechter, a 5'7 senior guard. Number 23, Morgan Melius, a 5'8 junior guard. And number 33, Brooke Niederbaumer, a 5'11 junior forward / center. Head coach of the Lady Trojans, Chase Casper, 15-6 on the season, score 58 points a game, give up just about 37 a game. And now for the considered home team, the Warner Lady Monarchs. They start number 2, Laura Oxner, a 5'7 senior guard. Number 4, Sydney Leidholt, a 5'9 senior guard. Number 21, Keely Fishback, a 5'10 senior guard / forward. Number 24, Ashley Fishback, a 5'10 senior guard / forward. And number 40, Lori Rogers, a 6'1 senior forward / center. Head coach of the Warner Lady Monarchs, Stuart Boley. They are 20-2 on the season, average 55 a game, give up just about 35 a game. Again, both these teams coming in to this matchup after winning through their region matchup, as Faulkton beat Harriet Selbyary in their last game last week, while Warner defeated Wabi Summit. So again, two teams on the floor getting warmed up as Warner comes in their home white with the blue and red trim, blue numbers. It'll be Warner traveling left to right on your radio dial to start this ball game, while Faulkton will be going right to left on your radio dial. And the introductions are done. Both teams meeting for that one last time in the center circle. Just kind of get those last few words in as we get ready to go. Again, for Faulkton, it is Abby Vetch, Taylor Kramer, Grace Schlechter, Morgan Melius, Brooke Niederbaumer. For Warner, Laura Oxner, Sydney Leidholt, Keely Fishback, Ashley Fishback, and Lori Rogers. And one matchup here tonight, Lori Rogers averages 19 points a game, just under 10 rebounds, about 2 assists, shoots at 70% from the free throw line. Assist to turnover ratio is good, a couple of block shots, a couple of steals a game. She can do just about everything, and that's kind of how their offense runs.
Yeah, like Coach Boley said, they really run through Lori Rogers there. If she gets shut down, you got to look for, Laura Oxner, Sydney Leidholt, Keely, or Ashley Fishback to really step up to the plate.
And it is going to be Rogers and Niederbaumer to do the jump here tonight. Both teams here getting set up. Ball is up in the air, and the MDU tip-off is bounced around. It's controlled by Rogers, and she gets it out to Fishback. That's going to be Ashley at the top. She hands it off to Leidholt. Leidholt at the top of the key. Couple dribbles with the left, spins around with the right, drives in. Nice pass there, and we got a shot under the hoop. Nope, a foul called as Taylor Kramer is going to pick up her first foul of the game. Team foul number 1, and that is going to send Keely Fishback to the line for a pair of free throws. On the season, Keely, just her 4th attempt at the free throw line, and misses that one.
That that call there looked a little iffy. It looked like she got most of the ball there, but, real time, it's hard to tell as an official.
Fishback back at the line for one more and ends up knocking that one in. We got a 1-0 ball game here early on. Back the other way, it is Schlechter with it for the Lady Trojans. Into Kramer at the free throw line. Kramer, she can step out and shoot. Nice bounce pass or backdoor pass there and finish unable to go for Emilius. Rebound to the Lady Monarchs, and they will push it up. That's going to be Oxner with the up the court into the front court now at the top, setting things up, hands it off to Lighthold. Lighthold, a couple of dribbles around to the top of the key, hands it off to Fishback. Ashley with it at the top. Couple dribbles right into the wing, still beyond the arc. Cross court pass. Shot on the way, 4-3 from the wing, off the mark, and Niederbaumer saves it. Her toe was on the line, so that's going to be actually a change of possession and a turnover there for the
It looks like
Lady Monarchs.
Faulkton is going to be doubling Lori Rogers in the paint at all times.
We'll see if the Monarchs can step out and hit some shots. They actually, three-point wise, I think I remember they shoot about 33% from the three-point line, and looks like the officials are having a bit of a discussion here.
We got a zebra conference.
As just kind of make sure that everything is working, have everyone on the same page here. Now it's going to be an inbounds for the Monarchs under the hoop, near side at baseline. And still waiting to see what
Coach Boley is
the
talking
discussion
to the
is.
refs now, wondering what's going on.
And not exactly sure what's going on, what led to this little conference here. Do we have maybe a shot clock violation? I think that's what it is. I think it's the shot clock. I think that's what the discussion is, because Niederbaumer touched it, so I think Coach Boley is saying we should have a fresh shot clock because they technically changed possessions. Therefore, it's 12 seconds on the shot clock. That's what it was.
Okay.
Inbounds goes to Keeley Fishback for 3, left it just short. Rebound to the Lady Trojans, knocked out of bounds, and it's going to be last touched by Abby Vetch.
That was good defense by Keeley Fishback there to kind of knock the ball off of Abby Vetch's leg.
Just lost it off her leg there. It's going to be a back to an inbounds. Lighthold, Fishback. Nice backdoor cut, and the shot up by Lighthold.
That was just a good backdoor cut there. She kind of saw an opening and took advantage.
Back the other way. Schlechter has it at the top of the key. Man-to-man defense here from the Lady Monarchs. At the top, Vetch gets it to Niederbaumer. Niederbaumer drives with the right in the lane up with a shot off the mark. Follows, gets her own rebound. Put back up and good.
That was just good with following your own rebound there. That's what coaches like to see.
Faulkton in the four-court pressure here. Vetch on Lighthold, up ahead, and Fishback wide open, down low, drives in and avoids the contact, gets the easy layup up and good. She has 3 early points. It's a 5-2 ball game, 6.5 to go in this first quarter. Back the other way, Faulkton with the drive it in. Lady Trojans have it. Schlechter now, and now up top, Kramer. She's going to fire from 3. Missed everything except the backboard on that one. Rebound goes to Lighthold. Up ahead, head to Fishback. That's Ashley with it on the far side wing. She looks inside, nothing doing. Up top now for Oxner. Oxner swings around to Fishback. Keeley up top to Ashley, gets a screen, tries to drive into the elbow, now back to Keeley. Down low looking for Rogers. Rogers turns around, double team into the hands of Oxner for 3, off the mark. Rebound to Niederbaumer. We got a foul going against Rogers. No, that was Lighthold. Lighthold pick up her first, and you're seeing it right there down low. Faulkton, anytime it goes down to Rogers in the block, we got a double team, and now we got a substitution here as number 15, Peyton Mealy, is going to check in for the Lady Trojans. Mealy is a 6-foot forward sophomore, so a little more height on the floor for Faulkton here as Schlechter takes it up the floor. At the top with the left, leaves it off for Vetch. Vetch now at the free throw line, spins around with the left into the paint, runner with the left off the mark, rebound to Keeley. Keeley up ahead to Oxner. Oxner in the backcourt. Full court press here from Faulkton on a make or miss. Gets it to Ashley. Ashley Fishback at the top, setting things up. Drives all the way down with the right. Leaves it off for Lighthold in the court here early on. 5 minutes to go in this first quarter. As Kramer has it at the top free throw line. Drives in. A little bit of contact there. Nothing called as the rebound goes to Warner. Up ahead for Lighthold. Lighthold loses. And do we have a travel? We do. Travel. As I think it was both players kind of going for the ball there. Kind of hard to call a foul there. It looks like their feet might have been tripped up. Nothing like running into each other. And so it's going to be a travel. So we got a turnover on each team here. Niederbaumer on the near side. She's going to drive down, backs down her defender. Up with the left. Nice move by Niederbaumer down low. Fakes with the right, goes up with the left over Rogers. In the backcourt, Ashley Fishback with it. Into the front court, Keeley up ahead to Rogers. Rogers Guarded by Niederbaumer, goes over Niederbaumer and gets it, and one more coming. Rogers so strong down low, had the defense all over, able to get the shot up to go, and at the charity stripe for an old-fashioned three-point play.
That's why Warner likes to go towards Lori Rogers. She can make anything happen down low, it seems like.
Fishback, a 72% free throw shooter at the line, that knocks that one down, and pretty even scoring from the Monarchs as 4 of their 5 players have scored. Schlechter at the top of the key and looking for Vetch. A little too strong, goes out of bounds. That'll be the second turnover of the game by the Lady Trojans. 4.5 to go in this first quarter as the Lady Monarchs lead it 11-4. Full court press here from the Lady Trojans in the backcourt. Warner's going to have it, and Lighthold just wasn't ready for the pass as Keeley or Ashley Fishback just throws it away. So just like that, both teams kind of giving each other an extra possession here.
You know, we were talking, both teams don't really turn the ball over. They've been 2 already. We're not even 4 minutes into the ball game.
Uncharacteristic turnovers right there, too, as Vetch is going to drive in at the free throw line, leaves it out. Melius going to try the baseline jumper, and it connects. So Peyton Melius on the board. 11-6, 4 to go in this first quarter. Both teams trying to set the tone here early on. As we got a pass up ahead and a steal away. Niederbaumer with it up ahead to Vetch. Vetch in the lane, up with the left, and good. So another turnover by the Lady Monarchs, and just like that, we got a 3-point ball game. Lighthold up ahead to Rogers. Rogers on the near side wing, and now the double team comes. She gets away from it, down into the paint. Runner in the lane, left it just short. Fight for the rebound. Keeley has it up top now for Lighthold. And Warner looks to kind of slow it up here as Keeley's going to have it at the top. Thought she got fouled by Kramer. Oh, and threw an elbow. That's offensive. You got to call that every time.
That's a foul every time.
That, I mean, there you can get in your 3-point stance, and if your body's moving and swinging an elbow, she just threw an elbow. Yep. That's an offense. It doesn't warrant a technical foul by any means, but that's a foul that you have to call. And we got a substitution for Faulkton, as it looks like, is that Morgan Melius checking back? And it is. So Schlechter's going to have it at the top. She is guarded by Lighthold. Good screen by Kramer. Schlechter gets into the paint around the defense, up with the 2, and good. And just like that, we got a 1-point ball game at 3.5 to go here in this first quarter. Lighthold, Keeley Fishback up ahead to Rogers. Nice pass to Lighthold. She's driving down, and we got a little incidental contact from Abby Vetch there. Nonetheless, that's going to be a foul going against Vetch. That'll be her first personal.
Kind of some uncharacteristic ball play by both of these teams. A lot of turnovers, a lot of really dumb fouls that they say.
Well, just kind of those uncharacteristic fouls, if you say, not being in position at the right time. Inbounds here on the near side. Ashley Fishback's going to have it. Oh, my goodness. Lighthold got wide open and missed, and Keeley Ashley right there for the rebound, and her putback won't go. There's a lid on the top of the rim.
There is.
And
really
firing it ahead, looking for her teammate. Peyton Melius just throws it away. So another turnover from Faulkton. So 3 turnovers apiece is what I got for each of these teams here early on. 3 team fouls against the Trojans and 2 against Warner. Warner with the basketball. Ashley has it into the front court. At the top, sets things up on Morgan Melius. Fakes, goes right with it. Now over to Keeley. She's going to eye the 3, try the 3 off the mark, and rebound Grace Schlechter. Grace Schlechter, a very good point guard, very steady point guard in this ballgame for the Lady Trojans. Vetch now over to Niederbaumer. That long 2 on the way, and good. And the Lady Trojans have their first lead of the game at 12-11. Rogers on the far side, and Niederbaumer going to get called for the foul at the half-court line. So Niederbaumer picking up her first personal. Team foul number 4. It's Kramer, and we got Taylor Moctimus checking in, number 21. She is a 5'10 sophomore /center. So you're already seeing the depth kind of come into play here for Faulkton. A couple of early substitutions.
Yeah, keeping those legs fresh out there.
Lighthold at the top with it. Gets it over into the corner. That is Oxner. Back up top, Keeley. Down low for Rogers. Great defense from Peyton Melius coming away with the steal. Up ahead now. Bounce pass down low from Optimus. Trying to get the shot up. Does so. Gets the foul called. She'll head to the line for a pair of free throws. And Faulkton just so under control, except for a couple of those early turnovers. But for the most part, they've been very under control, especially offensively. You saw they were down 7. They didn't bat an eye. They just kind of kept to it, kept playing, kept pushing back.
Yeah, they're definitely playing under control. Warner right now, they got to kind of get things together. Very lazy passes, uncharacteristic fouls. So
Moctimus at the line, made the first there. Back at the line for one more. Free throw on the way. Left that one just short. Rebound goes to Keeley Fishback. Moctimus on the season off the bench Good 4 points, 3 rebounds a game. Back the other way, and Ashley Fishback's going to draw the foul on Taylor Kramer. Kramer just picked up number 2 there, I believe. She did. That's going to be tough. There's 11 points on your season right there. Taylor Kramer, 11.5 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists on the season, as Vetch is going to check in. Kramer's going to sit down. Got to imagine she'll be out for the rest of the quarter here. Inbounds down low for Rogers. And look at Grace Schlechter right there coming in, nearly getting the steal, and they're going to say she traveled. I thought her foot was on the out-of-bounds line. Either way, that was a great play. You're seeing the dynamic of Faulkton getting Rogers down low, trying to double team. Going to see if Coach Boley makes any adjustments, tries to get Rogers maybe some touches on the outside.
You would think they'd have to make some changes.
Inbounds goes to Ashley Fishback in the corner, down low for Rogers. There's a quick little shot, couldn't quite get it to go. Long rebound controlled by Lightholt there. Out to Ashley Fishback, top of the 3 key, up and good. And just like that, we have a timeout on the floor. First timeout of this ball game. 1:58 to go in this first quarter. Warner leads at 14-13. You're listening to KMLO. We'll be back in 60.
The Dakota Utilities slogan, "In the community to serve," goes beyond providing safe and reliable electric and natural gas service. MDU and our dedicated employees are committed to the communities they serve, work, and live, just like the dedicated area students and coaches are committed to having the best season possible. Best of luck for a successful season to all area teams from Montana Dakota Utilities, proud to sponsor the area youth.
For all your commercial, agricultural, and residential electrical needs, go with the pros at Tennant Electric in Faulkton. Owned and operated by Brandon Tennant. They serve Faulk County and the surrounding area, specializing in commercial, agricultural, and residential wiring. No job is too big or too small. Tennant Electric provides excellent workmanship, superior service, and quality products. Call Brandon today at 598-4298 or 769-2369. That's Tennant Electric of Faulkton, proud to support this sports broadcast.
All right, we are back from the break as it is Faulkton area Lady Trojans with the basketball. That's Grace Schlechter with it at the top of the key. Kind of in front of the half-court line, just kind of setting things up. Gets it over to Vetch now on the near side here. And now we got a 3 on the way from Faulkton and missing everything. That was Morgan Melius as the ball goes bouncing out of bounds. It's going to be a switch back to Warner as Faulkton still in that full court press here. Kind of it looks like a man-to-man full court press, so get the inbounds cleared out, if you will. No, they switch into a 2-2-1 zone full court press as Lightholt's going to take it up the floor on the nearest side, guarded by Vetch up top for Oxner. Now over to Ashley Fishback on the far side, and no one picks her up. She's going to step into a 3 and hits. You got to be aware of that. She's already hit 2 threes. She is 3 for 3 from downtown now. 17-12, Monarchs on top. Down low, it's going to be Faulkton with it. Has the shot blocked. Rogers picking up the block shot there over Moctimus, and Oxner back the other way into the front court. Gets it back to Ashley. She's going to step in right into another 3 and off the mark on that one. Rebound goes to Schlechter. That would have been a big 3 if Ashley would have knocked that one down. Schlechter up ahead for Melius, and she got hacked there as she made the pass. And Schlechter going to drive in, gets it over to Peyton. Now back into the corner. Morgan Melius on the way for a 3, off the mark. Long rebound. We have an over the back called, and it looks like we do going against the Lady Trojans.
Look to be against Peyton Melius.
And let's see, I didn't quite see it is against Peyton. That is her first personal.